Okay. It's already Pisces. Yep. Okay, so here we go. This is Pisces. Pisces is a water energy, and they love to daydream, and they're very sensitive and caring. So here's what's happening for Pisces is they've been having these deep spiritual insights, or this is what Spirit's guiding you to do, is to go into the darkness, you know, get to the light, start shining the light. You know, it's like, okay, let's take what's happened in the past and let's eclipse it out. Let's eclipse it out. Let's make the decision, you know, to not allow myself to invest my time into toxicity. You know, and relationships, friendships. There's some people in your life that friendships are sucking the life out of you. They don't truly have your best interest. There's an illusion. This is for some, but it's because it's with the shadow side. So it's time for you to gather all of your energy and say, no, I'm not accepting this. I'm no longer going to be, you know, live in illusion. I'm not going to try to tell myself otherwise. Like, it's plain and clear. I see it. You know, I had to go through the darkness. I had to, and because I did, like, I have strength. And I'm now in the process of clearing out these emotions. And like tomorrow's the 20th, it's the full moon. So the full moon is assisting Pisces in that. And then when you do, you're going to be able to establish a firmer foundation, make clear decisions, look towards the future, ground. Lots of grounding right now for everyone. Okay, it's very important. As I was saying here, the pain, the past, you know, the disappointment, the regret, you know, the disappointment. I feel that that's a strong word for you. But now you're having a change. You're being guided into a new direction. But it's about you making the decision to step through the gateway. You know, and when you do, you're going to have so much, like you're going to have these blessings. You're going to have a transformation. Your energy is going to be revitalized. Strength, passion. So that's Pisces. Aries. Aries. I love Aries. I get ya. I just did Pisces. I'm going in order of the sign. Aries, 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 Aries. Shuffle them enough. Oh no, it's okay. Okay, so here we go. Aries, depression, sadness, sorrow, pain, anxiety, emotionally unbalanced. Just really caught in your head, disconnected, and why? Because you've been working your ass off as usual. Been working your ass off. And so it's time that you stop saying yes. Somebody has to stop, refuse. Someone has to say, no, I'm not interested. Or someone has turned you down, either or. And so now it's like you're having a new beginning. There's going to be this transformation. You're going to get your passion back. But before you can do this, you have to trust. You have to let go. You have to just, have faith. So what's Spirit suggesting? Physically, get grounded. Take back your energy. Start, letting these emotions move through you. And by doing that, it's going to allow you to, it's going to release. It's going to nourish you. And then once you've had that clearing, you're going to find your passion again. Okay. So now we're going to Taurus. Pisces, Aries, and now we're doing Taurus. And just so that I take off the, okay, yeah, I guess it helps. Okay. So happy. Thank you so much. So can you, feeling deeply, can you message me after? And with your email, or I can do a little mini read for you for your support. I'll send you a mini read. Okay, here we go. This is a message for Taurus. What does Taurus need to know at this time? Overall energy surrounding Taurus. Thank you. Yes, right on. That's awesome. Love it. I keep forgetting to shuffle, gotta remember to do this more. I'm sure it was fine, but I need to shuffle a little bit better. So I'm going to start posting these to, I'm going to start posting them to YouTube. So I said that last night, but I didn't do it. But I'm going to do it tonight. Or it'll be up by tomorrow. It's got to get done. Okay, Taurus. What does Taurus need to know? So here, Taurus right here in the middle. And so Taurus has so what Spirit's saying is you make sure that you're standing in your power. And honestly, Tauruses are doing quite well. The Tauruses that I know, you guys are doing quite well. And this is because you've made some hard decisions, or you're about to make some hard decisions. But it's like you're really getting to a point where you're like, I'm done. Like, I'm fed up. I'm ready to, I can't keep dealing with people who lack integrity. I need people in my life that have the same vision, that are emotionally balanced, that are mature. You need someone who's mature, someone who's solid, steady, but you need them to be passionate too. You need someone that has all 4 elements. That's what you're looking for. That's what you would be ideal. Okay, so here we go. As I was saying that, we have 4 elements. we have 4 elements: fire, Emperor, King, water, King, earth. You're doing awesome. You're coming into yourself, and it's because you've started to set boundaries. You've started to, you started saying, no, like, I'm not going to put up with people who lack integrity. I have, you know, I have all these qualities, like I have a lot to offer, and, you know, this person has just been keeping me stuck, and they don't understand like how valuable I am and how much I have to offer. And now you're waking up and you're realizing this, and so you're no longer in a, you're not so illusion, like you're not, you know, this is caught in your imagination. Now you're starting to realize it. So this is basically being very clear and direct and not putting up with any bullshit. And you know, moving through all the elements. So acknowledging how you're feeling mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, and dig deep. Okay, what's going on? Why am I feeling this? And then once you do, you're going to start having the stability, and your ability to function effectively is going to increase. And that's what you want. Because in order for you to have what you want in the long run, you're going to have that. But you can't have that if you keep pretending like this isn't happening. And people are going to have to start getting it together, no matter how hard it is, no matter, you know, shit's getting real. And this is going to be about the mind. This is the mind. It's not like it was in the past. This is so don't partake in negativity, guys. Even like we got to find a balance between the revolutionary. Like if we're going to be a revolutionary, we better learn how to do it effectively. Where, you know, people need to start getting their power inward, not outward, because you can't be a warrior if you're just, you know, freaking out and all over and flailing. No, like you have to get the power inward, and then you can fight. So we're in a training right now, and it's to do with the mind. And as I said that, this card right here. So what's happening is everyone's revved up, right? They're impulsive. It's ego. It's all ego. Okay, so now we're going to go to, Gemini. And I'm a warrior, and so that's me learning how to, Gemini. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. 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 Oh, here we go. Here we go. Gemini. The Lovers making a decision. You want happiness. How are you going to get it? How are we going to do this? That's what we all want. We want happiness. Emotional fulfillment. You want to feel good. Okay. Okay, so there's so what's happened is there's been a breakup. There's been a breakup here. And so now you're in the process, you know, in the past you were very, caught up in the head, right? You didn't know what was going to happen. You didn't know how. There was just so much going on. And it was like scatteredness. And now it's like everything's getting, everything's shifting. So now you're in the enlightenment stage. So you had to have all of these different lessons, all these different experiences, you know, so that you could understand this is about your spiritual journey. This is, you needed to learn something you needed to learn. This is about letting go of things that no longer serve you, making the decision despite not wanting to have this ending, because this would have continued to, so here, like, this is the healing. That's what this card represents. And then it's like moving forward. It's time to move forward and step into your power, because this is your spiritual journey, as I said. So it's like having faith that you're going to be guided into the right direction. Even though it is dark, you are not alone. All you have to do is just make the decision, right? Make the decision and just go straight. Do not look back. Just keep moving forward. Because when you do, you're going to get what you've always imagined, right? But the person that you were involved with, you wanted it with them. This is not for everyone, but this person, the energy wasn't in alignment with you. Even though there was love, the energy just wasn't, it wasn't the energy. It doesn't mean that you don't love them. It doesn't mean that they don't love you. It just wasn't aligned. And so that's why things had to shift. That's why there had to be this breakup, because it wasn't equal. And that's just the way it goes. It doesn't mean that, you know, all it means is that your energy and their energy are not in resonance with each other. The energy has shifted, and now you are being guided in a different direction. And ultimately, it's going to result in what it is you want. Okay. So just keep imagining. So before you were imagining, but you were imagining the wrong thing. So even though it's been a habit for you to imagine that specific person, it's been a habit. So this is where we get stuck. So where we get stuck is with the letting go. Because you could have multiple tower moments, right? That's what happens when people come in and out. You're in a relationship, you're out of a relationship. You're in a relationship, you're out of a relationship. So basically what happens is the letting go is the person refuses to let go of that specific person because they're afraid that they're not going to have what they want. They're afraid that it's not going to be anyone better than them. And isn't that amazing to think that you love someone so much that you believe that they're so amazing that you're never going to find anyone better than them? Imagine being that person, to be loved so much that the person that, who waits for years because you cannot envision you being anyone better than them. But so what happens where people get stuck is they don't let go of the vision of that specific person. They have to let go of that specific person and focus on the qualities that person has. What does that person, how does that person bring joy to your life? How do you feel when you're in their company? And how do you communicate? Those are the main things that we want to be focusing on when it comes to relationships. It's not about specifically the person. It's about the, you know what I mean? So anyways, it's about believing and knowing that you're worthy, and that it's okay that even though like this person, you have a connection with them, it doesn't mean that you don't love them. It doesn't mean they don't love you. It just means that you're not meant to be like as part of this life's experience. It's served its purpose. You know, everything has a season, and now it's time to go in a new direction. So trust. Trust. Okay, Cancer. Really? Do you feel comfortable? Okay, it's not longer letting you, okay, that's okay. No worries. Take a break, relax. Cancer. 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 Okay, so what's been happening with Cancer? There's been a lot of conflict. There's also been a major ending and defensiveness and defensiveness. Someone has made, you know, it's like sharp. There's been like this in and out behavior, in and out, fiery. Someone's waiting on receiving information. Cancer. So Cancer. So this is about you having, learning what it's, being very straightforward with people, not letting yourself, you know, be taken advantage of, not feeling like you're trapped, right, by other people's nonsense, those people that don't, you know, that are not on the same wavelength. So it's about you making a decision to go into a new direction, and, you know, and trusting that you're gonna, you know, have something that's solid, because you're looking for commitment. But this relationship that you're in, was there, this, it was unbalanced, and there was all this conflict, and it was like, because somebody wasn't receptive. That's why someone was overgiving, thinking that that person would start to change, that they would, you know, that they would be able to return how they're feeling, but it didn't happen. So now it's about you just saying like, okay, I can't try to force this person to be a certain way. It's time for me to stop giving your energy. The reason why it was hard, like this has been hard, is because probably some of you have children together. There is a strong soulmate connection. When I say soulmate, let's just, people don't get carried away with that word. Doesn't mean you're going to be together. Like the energies are showing that there's separation right now. So it doesn't matter how strong of a connection you have. If you and them are fighting and you're not on this, if you guys aren't seeing eye to eye, and it's an unbalanced relationship, then, you know, you have two choices. You can keep investing, or you can step back and put your energy to somewhere where you're going to receive. Okay, so now we're going to go to Leo. You know, it's, and the thing is what people don't understand is like energy, you were saying, somebody said energy is constantly changing. So this is why I don't believe in predictions. So if what I'm doing at, let's say 1 month from now, let's say you listen to my advice, you step back, you stop giving, you start clearing, you start healing, and you just be in the moment and you just go about living your life as if you were already in a relationship, because you're in a relationship with yourself. You don't need to be in a relationship with someone else to make you feel good. That is just the separation. That's the programming, thinking that you have to be with someone else to feel good. And so basically, if you just have a soul connection with someone and you're having a hard time accepting that this isn't happening, step back, right? We're so black and white. We're so yes or no. There's like, it's just like, okay, you guys aren't gelling. Like, you're not on the same wavelength. It's all good. All you have to do is just say, okay, this isn't working. I'm going to step back. I'm going to reevaluate. I'm going to go within and I'm going to take care of myself. And then if that person shows up and is like, so this is what can happen. They will never come back again. And you'll meet someone else. You'll have a whole new experience. They'll come back, but they still will be apprehensive, but you're going to inspire them. And they're going to be like, wow, I can't believe how much this person's changed. I can't believe it. Or they leave, they do the work, and you have to completely let go. They have to let go, and you have to let go. And then you do your work, and then you come together, and you're like, okay, fresh start. Let's begin again. I'm ready. And those are the options you have. Okay, Leo. So someone's recently gone solo, been involved in a relationship that was lots of conflict. Someone decided to walk away. They're no longer, willing to share their energy. They're blocking. They're like, I've tried numerous times and it's just not working. And so now, it's like what's going on is the moon is talking about you healing, going within, listening to your intuition, and waiting to receive guidance for the next phase, for you moving towards the next phase. Okay, so that's what happens when you start doing the work. Then what happens is, and you're patient and you trust and you just keep believing, and then you see the evidence. And then before you know it, you're on to the next phase. And the next phase is like right here, right? Because this is what you want. You want to have the life of your dreams. Like, we all want the same things. This is what we fail to remember. We all want the same things. We want to feel safe, loved, and taken care of. All of our basic needs tended to. That's what we all want. It's very simple. It's so simple. And we could all have it. But that's why we have the revolution, okay? This is age of Aquarius. This is a revolution. So you're preparing. You're preparing for this next phase. So here we go. You know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. Because you've gone within and you trust your intuition. Leo, you guys are going to play a big part in this. You're going to be playing a major role in this revolution. But if you want to be strong, we're going to have to clear away those people, places, and things that are making us weak. Virgo. Virgo. Thank you, Virgo, for the energy that you've shared with us over the last month. We only have a few more days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I believe it's, and then we're entering into Libra. You're welcome. Libra, Virgo. Nice. So we already got the Virgo energy going on here. Okay, so Virgo, someone's there's been an ending, death to a situation. Somebody's feeling rejected. This has been a long journey. This has been it's been quite a journey. Just say that. But okay, so what you're here we go. Hold your ground. You're very discerning. Virgos are very discerning. So this is giving you the opportunity to be discerning and to listen to your intuition and focus on you and on your healing process and clearing out the mind chaos. And here, this is what you do. You get organized, you reset, you reevaluate. The person that you're involved with is just incompatible. They were egotistical, they were self-absorbed, they didn't care about your feelings. And so that's why now you're single, or you're being guided to get single. There's also somebody's looking at moving homes. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Okay? That's exactly what I'm gonna leave it on this note. So this person is very manipulative, okay? They will do and say anything that they can say to get you to stay. So just be aware. If you listen to your intuition, and you stay single and you're like, no thanks, F off, and you're like, okay, I have a new plan. I'm going to be in a new relationship with frickin' someone who's got it, like someone who's hot, someone who's like fiery, but like in a balance, like in a grounded, right? Not some egotistical, like, hey, like, oh yeah, I'm so great and da-da-da. Like, okay, but whoa. What we're going to do is we're going to let go of that. We're not going to be like no, it's all good. We're going to remember that their behavior is based on their childhood programming. So they fear rejection. And then you probably have abandonment. So they can't commit because they're afraid that you're going to reject them, that one day you're going to just walk away. So then basically what's happening is you're like convincing yourself to stay, even though they're not, you know, giving you what you need. So Spirit's saying enough is enough. Make this decision. Because if you don't do it, you're gonna regret it. Libra. Libra's got quite a bit of different energy going on. It's a little mix, a little bit of a mix. Okay, so rating on receiving communication. And it's stressing you out. Stressing you out. And then this is something big. It's not just like any regular, like it's something that's really important to you. There's been conflict. There's been some conflict. So what you're needing to do is get yourself very grounded. Okay? Very, very, very grounded right now. Your masculine and your feminine energies need to get sorted. Okay, so what does that mean? It means that you're not overgiving, you're not being needy. So I'm gonna say all the negative and I'm gonna say all the positive for vibrations. For statements. Receptivity, trusting, believing, allowing, and just, but then what's happening, it's doubt, fear, regret, guilt, pain. And the reason why this happens is it's about you. This is why being grounded is so important, because when you're grounded, you're not all up here in the sky. So this is our ethereal, where we're receiving information through our crown, which is here, the crown chakra. And so you're receiving this ethereal connection. The information's coming through, your intuition speaking to you. This could be has something to do with moving homes, or it's a relationship. So listen to your intuition. But somebody has recently, this is about being single, or it's a potential that someone's gonna have this breakup. Okay, so go back again. I forgot to say grounded. Don't try to figure it out. Don't think about the future. Don't think about the past. Get grounded in this moment. Come up with a game plan, step by step. Set boundaries. If you don't feel like communicating, don't communicate. You're not obligated to communicate with everyone that comes across your path, because this is your time right now, and you already have a lot on your plate. And if you continue to accept people who in your life that are not fully invested, that don't have your best interest, you're going to prevent you from having the healing process. You're going to continue to be anxious. So don't be afraid, because I know Libra can sometimes just play nicey nice and not really set it straight. Scorpio. Good day. Good day. This is going to be a powerful Scorpio, man. This year, I've already been thinking about it. Normally, I don't think about Scorpio. I don't think about things like as much as I do Like, I don't think, oh, Scorpio season's coming. Like, I don't think that. But this year, I'm like, oh, Scorpio season's coming. As I said that, look at, because so this is how I shuffle, right? I have a technique. And so I just let the cards just fall. So sometimes the cards will fall and one will be popped like that. Sometimes they'll fall and there'll be just a natural cut. So here we go. This is your card. So if anyone's interested in learning tarot, follow me on YouTube. So there's going to be a major change. Change is on the way. Changing of the season. Getting yourself redirected. You know, right now you're inward, you're processing lots of inwardness, taking back your power. You're like, it's because somebody was dishonest, someone was trying to get away with, you know, their player. And they're just like, they're just trying to, it was like an illusion. They were trying to pull the wool over your eyes. They didn't wool over your eyes here like this. You could have been living with this person or spending a lot of time at their house. And now it's like, maybe the place that you were living isn't really the same vibe because you're spending so much time at your boyfriend's, and now things are going haywire with your boyfriend. So now you have the place that you were in now, and you're like, it's not the same. I don't know. I think I need a fresh start. I don't know why I got that, but that's what I was thinking. Clear waters. Release the pain, like just release. It's like you're waiting on receiving information. You already know you already know. Okay, you already know. I'm saying that with lots of love. You already know. So it's about you saying, I know that something's going on here. I know that something's not quite right. Someone's trying to pull the wool over my eyes. And, you know, here I am trying to figure it out, trying to convince myself otherwise. And it's like, my intuition's on point. I am Scorpio. Like, I'm a fucking Scorpio. Like, my intuition's on point. And this person doesn't have the integrity. They're not. This was a lesson. So this is you learning to stand firm, right? In what you already know. You already know what you deserve. You already know that you're a very devoted, dedicated person. That you will go above and beyond for those that you love. Right? But so, yeah, it's going to take time because you're still not willing to accept it. You're not completely ready to accept. Yeah, exactly. I didn't even look at that. I can't tell you that. But what I can tell you is that if you want him to come back, you stop wanting him to come back. Don't want him. Change. You want to change your approach to this relationship. You want to reset. Because people don't just change overnight. Like, they don't just like you. There's a reason why you had these problems. And it's not just like you just sit here for, months or years on end thinking, oh, they're going to come back, and not do anything with your life with the hopes that, they're going to come back. And then, yeah, they come back. They haven't changed. You haven't changed. And then you're just back at square one. You're right back at the beginning. Scorpio. That's the Scorpio though. Like, right? Scorpio don't let go. They're fixed. Sagittarius. That's funny. And then look around the bottom. Got a snack. You're having a snack. I'm hungry too. Okay, so here's the anguish. Nice. I love apples. I love it. So here's the anguish, the pain of this, what's been happening. And someone needs to make a decision. Someone's being very patient in making this decision. You could be dealing with someone who you have a strong soul connection with. But there's information that still has to be illuminated. Somebody's refusing to let go. They want to keep fighting. They want to keep fighting. But it's like, then the other person's like knowing that it's time to just, they're telling them it's done. Okay, so now it's just about that person here, because it's like here I was talking about your intuition. This is the intuition. But even though, you know, this is what it's been like. It's been back and forth, up and down, fighting. You know, someone was turned away, someone left, someone came back. You know, I'm cutting you out, but then it's like, oh, I wish I didn't do that. I have this regret, you know, really caught up in your head constantly, you know, over and over and over. And it just got you to this place. But one person's hoping things will change. And it's the person, it's probably the person who's being patient with the person who's being erratic. They're probably like I'm ready, let's do this. But then the other person's like, I can't let go. I want to just keep talking about the past. And then the other person's just like, when is this going to end? When are you going to understand? Like, it's done. So there's kind of this. So here we go. Listen to your intuition. Make a decision. Start clearing away all these emotions. Don't be communicating when you're emotional. You're going to have happiness, but you have to leave the pain of the past in the past, and you get yourself grounded and tune into, you know, 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the ground, and just start to get the energy flowing, start healing. Okay, so you have a connection, past life connection, and you've been going through like you've been conflicted, but it's internal. It's an internal tug of war. It could be with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And so it's like leaving the pain in the past, moving towards clear waters. See, here we go, the 5 of Cups. So accepting this loss, you know, stop trying to defend this connection. Stop trying to, hold on. So this was a lesson. This was a lesson. This was a lesson that you had to have for your spiritual development. This was you learning about the having a healthy masculine in your life. Someone who's solid, secure, ambitious, committed, reliable. So this is what you had this experience with this person. And you were constantly processing, you know, this relationship and, hold on, or you've been processing this relationship and everything that's happened. So let's see. Here we go. As I was saying, processing this relationship. So now it's just time to let go. It's time to put an end to it. Stop thinking about this person. Stop thinking about this relationship, because it's time for a completely new experience. Okay, so okay, so this is where the faith comes in. Okay. It all depends on the dynamic, where you and this person's dynamic has been. Because sometimes what happens is, like, if you have all this conflict with another person, all of this conflict just builds up, builds up, builds up, builds up. And then time passes on and you just automatically assume that that person's always going to be that way. You continuously assume that that person is going to be that way. And then you spend all this time waiting for them, going back and forth. Oh, this person's honest. This person's this, you know, like you love them. Obviously you want to be with them. But then what happens is you go back and forth. You know, you want to focus on the positive, but then you keep focusing on the negative. You keep thinking, oh, remember when they did that, remember this, remember that, remember that. Okay, because at the same time, even though you have all of this energy, this person's going to be returning. You are going to receive information and it's going to come unexpectedly. And so whether or not, we don't know how they're going to present themselves. We don't know how they're going to show up. We don't know. But what we do know is that, like, you could continuously think that this person is who you have, you know, you can continue to think these thoughts about this person. Or you can say, okay, like, I'm choosing to think differently. But you don't want to be thinking about them constantly. You want to start shifting your focus from them and that dynamic that you and them have been going through. But, okay, cool. Yeah, so you don't want to be constantly throwing them shade and, oh, this and, oh, that. And, you know, that's where we go wrong, right? This is about evolution. This is about love. Unconditional love. And so here, patience. It only means something if you make it mean something. Okay, so this is exactly what I'm saying. This is about completely letting go. Completely letting go. The reason why that you behave the way you do and the reason why they behave the way they did is because of our programming, our childhood conditioning. And this person has lacked integrity. They're immature. They don't know what they want. And they haven't even been fully committed. Like, they haven't actually shown up. But meanwhile, even though that's the case, you've been growing. You've been growing in leaps and bounds in ways that you couldn't even ever imagine that you would ever grow. You've been growing. And so you can continue to repeat this in your head of how this person was and how, you know, and just not trusting them and continuing to tell them that, like, I'm stuttering. Right? Or you can say, okay, I'm ready. I understand this person, we had a past life together. I had to understand what it meant to have balance, equal give and take, stop over giving. I had to learn how to set boundaries. I had to learn the importance of like, so this is like a little bit too much of a good thing. So it's basically like completely just like overdoing it when it comes to expressing your feelings, overdoing it. And now you're not doing that because you're like, okay, that's the old me. That's the old me. So you're not going to spend all this time, you know, loving this person, wishing that they were returning, loving them, and then just like all of a sudden just be like, oh, no, because the reason why they were behaving this way is because they didn't know any better. They were immature. It was because they were nurtured as a child, and neither were you. You and them were having mirroring this fear off of one another. So this person was the masculine, and they were operating from the unbalanced masculine. And when a masculine's unbalanced, they are egotistical, they're self-absorbed, they're insensitive, they're manipulative, all of this. So that's how the person was showing up in the past. But you've been going within, you've been healing, you've been spiritually evolving, and now you're ready to have a whole new beginning, take a leap of faith, and trust that whatever's meant to happen will happen, that person will show up the way you envision them to show up. Stop thinking of that person as they have been in the past, right? Because you know that you want to be with them. But it's like, if they show up and they're like, okay, I'm changed. I'm emotionally, I become the emperor. I'm no longer the knight. I'm no longer this erratic, I don't know, in and out, I don't know what the hell I want. I'm all around, I'm the emperor. And you're like, oh, well, that's great, because I am the priestess. And you know why I'm the priestess? Because I have hung myself. I'm envisioning back in the day when you basically did the sacrifice. This was the sacrifice that you made for your spiritual journey, your spiritual development. And you have been so patient. You've been tending to your garden. You've been imagining all the possibilities. But you've also been fooling yourself, because you continue to tell the same story based on the past. And now this is like a whole new experience. And this is you planting a whole new seed, a new beginning. This is you planting this seed and having it sprout and bringing more beauty to the world, and having transformation, and getting yourself grounded. And being receptive, right? Being receptive to someone, to be able to receive this love, because the Capricorns have been effed over many times over. It's been difficult for us to trust. So now they're showing up they're showing up from the energy that you're emitting. You're emitting an energy of divine, knowing you're a divine being. You are this goddess, you are this queen. And now when this person presents themselves, you'll be different. You're going to behave differently, and you can let go of how you responded to them in the past. And you can just automatically assume that they're going to show up the way you expect them to, and that you're not going to have it any other way, right? You're the one who gets to say. It's not them anymore. But you're not going to say from an egotistical point of view. You're going to say from a healthy, balanced. You know, this was about the healing, the feminine, the masculine. So now the masculine has learned the lessons and the feminine has learned the lessons. And because of this is when you have the union. This is when they come through. This is when you have your wish fulfillment. This is when you have your happiness. And this was because of the twin flame journey. This was all preordained. This was all pre-planned. This was written in the books.